Guess what, guys? We're in the midst of yet another debate about the leader in mobile technology and innovation, both in practicality and design. We're back in the cycle
I love that
again.
practicality.
Yeah.
It's very practical.
Tired of phones.
The age-old argument of which is better, iOS or Android, Apple or Samsung or Motorola or HTC, and so on, still rages on with no signs of slowing.
Yeah, this year was absolutely fantastic for both companies, considering the releases are still stacking up.
The HTC One M8, the Samsung S5 and Note 4, and now the alleged Nexus 6 or Nexus X, depending on who you talk to,
I'm really excited for that one.
They all make a very strong case for Android in their ever-expanding marketplace, one that is currently beating Apple.
Yeah, mainly because there are a lot more options when it comes to Android, and only Apple's iPhone and iPad are for the iOS, which is why it has a bigger market
Yeah,
share.
Apple's very limited in your choices.
By the way, this is perfect because I'm Android and he's Apple, so it's a pretty even
I am
thing.
in between, but I own an Apple device, yeah.
The argument you'll most likely hear from both sides of the debate is, well, Android innovates first, brings new tech to the ring, and is more customizable.
While Apple fans will chime in with, but our hardware design is better and our UI is cleaner, and Apple takes the tech set forth by others and perfects it. They polish it right on up.
Okay, but seriously, the real truth is that competition is great for everyone involved as it fuels further innovation while keeping costs relatively low for consumers because phone manufacturers need to actually get these things into your hands.
Yeah, they want to sell the phone.
Obviously, with anything, competition is better.
So yeah, with the release of the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, Apple has certainly closed the gap on tech that is being adopted by the masses. But that's not stopping Android from continuing to attempt to dominate the market completely.
Enter the Nexus 6, or X, or whatever they'll end up calling it. It's also the Motorola Shamu or something like that. We're now seeing reports that this new Nexus will be announced and released sometime within the next few weeks, most likely in late October, which would totally be on schedule with their previous releases. The original Galaxy Nexus was released in November 2011, the Nexus 4 was released in November 2012, and the Nexus 5, which a lot of us in this room still currently own, I have mine over there, was released last year in October of 2013.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be right in the fall time.
And I'm excited. I'm ready for the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to check it out just so that I can finally make the decision of getting a new phone. Mine is dying. Anyways, let's get into the details and see if it will be the iPhone killer, and if so, how.
Yeah. 9 to 5 Google is reporting that the new Nexus is going to look a lot like a scaled-up version of Motorola's Moto X, sporting a huge 5.92-inch screen. And it'll have some minor tweaks made to accommodate that larger screen, such as the power and volume buttons being moved down to the side for the phone to be easier to use. So,
Yeah, I guess with that big of a screen, it's hard to hit the
like
button.
reach up. That's my only problem is sometimes I can't
The Nexus 6 will feature the same aluminum frame as the Moto X, but will have some top-of-the-line guts inside. Motorola plans to stuff a QHD display, 3 gigs of RAM, a 12-megapixel camera, and a Snapdragon 805 processor all into that big, huge Nexus.
Nom 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 nom. This phone will of course feature Google's latest mobile operating system, Android L, which has made significant improvements to things like multitasking and notifications over their older OSs. And if a 5.9-inch phone seems a bit too large for you, because it kind of is, going from phone, tablet, phablet to just straight up tablet at this point. There's also reports of a smaller 5.2-inch phone being tested by Motorola as well.
Thank God.
So that would be cool. I like the size of mine, so keep it that way.
Ruining my dick joke.
I have a tablet and a phone for the same reason. One's a tablet, one's a phone. Come on. All right, so it remains to be seen about the whole Nexus 6 thing. Will it be an iPhone 6 killer? Possibly. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it. But yeah, like Android versus Apple, it's an ever-going debate. I mean, I'm sure that people in the comments are gonna be going back and forth about this whole thing about which is better.
Yeah.
And why is Android better? I'm just kidding.
Fanboys are gonna line up on both sides with everyone else in the middle, just kind of being like, I just like my phone.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That's
what
the
it is.
truth. You should just get a phone that you like.
Yeah.
On to trailers. Tell me what we got, Spool.
We have the second international trailer for Predestination, which is a sci-fi thriller starring Ethan Hawke, where people travel back in time to prevent crimes that have already happened. It kind of reminded me of Looper in like the time travel aspect, except for they're not like ending loops or anything like that. It's like he's going back, there was some crime, like a bomb blew up in his face at one
Listen,
point.
Looper was perfect. Don't touch it.
No, it wasn't.
I loved it.
So
this is great.
This is just another one of those pre-crime kind of movies, so it'll be interesting.
We've also got the first trailer for Black Hat, which delves into the world of hacking with Chris Hemsworth as a convicted hacker going after a faceless villain. I wonder if Angelina Jolie will show up at some point.
No, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. She's not gonna pull her boobs out for this one.
Yeah.
Go watch
I remember
Hackers.
watching
Go watch
Hackers as a
Hackers.
kid and like seeing her like come into the room with her like shirt off, and I was like, did that just happen? Like it was so.
What were you
it was-
talking about? You coming
it was
in
a
your
quick
pants?
second
Did
or
that
two.
just happen?
First time. Thanks, Angelina. We also got a Big Hero 6 trailer, number 2, which is actually a full-length trailer for once. It shows where that big bubbly robot Baymax came from, and it's It's got a lot more footage in there, so check that out.
And on the comedy side, we got another Dumb and Dumber 2 TV spot, which shows off even more ridiculous scenes from the new movie. I'm starting to worry that they're showing all the best jokes before it's even released, but
yeah,
if these are the jokes that are in the trailer, I have total faith in this movie. I think it's gonna be good.
Because I wrote that, I was like, I feel like they're starting to show off they keep repeating the same
Well,
jokes,
that happens with a lot of comedy movies,
side.
but don't break my heart with this movie before it comes out, because I'm really excited about it.
I know, I'm sure.
So the question is, Apple or Android? It's a simple question with a ton of details that you could go into. It's a simple question with a complicated answer. So go nuts in the comments.
When did buying electronics become like similar to like choosing sides in a war?
Yeah.
Because everyone, it's like sports.
People take this shit really seriously, and it's just a fucking piece of technology that you use.
I agree.
True,
It's a dumb thing. Stop arguing.
Like Xbox and
People don't have anything better to worry about, Elliot.
true.
Let us worry about this.
Because you want to be right. You don't want to have buyer's remorse or anything like
they're
that.
all fine.
Like, when you realize someone else's phone or device is better than yours, and then you like kind of resist that and fight back. You're like, no, mine's good.
Everyone should just pull their dicks out and get it over with.
Polish it right on up.
What was that move?
It's
a little polish move?
It's a polish move.
Size of
You
my
ruined
tablet.
my dick joke. I was gonna say, good. I think my pants couldn't handle another 6-inch device down there. Winky face.
I am so glad I ruined that.
Christ, fool.
You're jerking off the air. You're telling dick jokes.
Who are you?
It's right in that range.